Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Quick Time Reviews here on We the Nerds YouTube channel. I am Andrew, and today we will be reviewing, or covering at least, Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. This is the third official titled entry into the Danganronpa visual novel slash lawyer slash weird Japanese game that I personally enjoy. And put it simply, you know, it's a direct sequel to Danganronpa V2 and V1. I guess it's not V1, it's just Danganronpa 1. But anyway, so you basically put into a whole new cast of characters. Instead of, at least from what I played, again, this is the first 1 to 2 hours of the game, or 2 to 3 hours of the game, I'm sorry. Instead of playing as facing the main antagonist, which is Monokuma, for the first games, you're playing against the Mana Cubs, which are taking control of this school. And you have a whole new cast of characters in the school, and it's always over the top. There's a lot of every character is an ultimate of something, whether you're the ultimate generic person, the ultimate pianist, the ultimate detective, etc. These are all high school kids that have been abducted and put into a random high school, and they're basically forced to weed each other out and essentially kill each other until there's only one left standing. So the question is, you know, what do I like about it? And I like the game. I've been a fan of the Danganronpa series since I first heard about it a couple of years ago when I started playing them on the Vita. And this game doesn't disappoint. This game is, you know, another entry in that series, and I like the fact that they took a little more advantage on the PS4. The graphics are a little bit less pixely and a little bit more detail, a little bit more. I mean, this is by far not even in the top 100 greatest looking PS4 games out there, but there's a little more attention to detail in the game. It's still weird the characters are all flat. When you kind of you move around, they're all completely, essentially two-dimensional characters. But it's still an entertaining story nonetheless. And the whole kind of truth bullets and truth system and basically being a lawyer in that aspect is always fun. And the story is always an interesting kind of detective story that has a lot of nuance to it, and just an entertaining story overall, from at least, again, from what I've played. Now, my biggest hindrance is the fact that the price point with this game is it's $60, and even the first two Danganronpa games were not priced at $60. Now, granted, they also did come to PS4 later on. They finally did come as a package at a $30 price point for two games, and it's really hard to essentially get two games for the price of half of this one, which is $60 full price. And you know, as much as I enjoy the game, and you know, I'm still playing it, I'm still kind of going back every now and again and jumping in and having fun, I just can't see it paying $60 for it. It's you know, maybe if it offered cross-buy with the Vita version, which unfortunately does not, and if there was any kind of like any truth leap or anything like that with this game. Now, even with Ultra Despair Girls, the spin-off, like at least there it's an action game, so you get a little more fun with it, or a little more console-ness to it, and if you want to call it that. But with this, it's really more of a portable title, as something where you can kind of get bite-sized pieces of it. I mean, even still, if you're playing, you can play this game for half an hour while you're on your console and have fun. I'm not feeling it at that price point. So, and again, like, it's a great story. You know, I'm definitely enjoying it, but still, it's just very hard to swallow at that $60 price point. So between worth it, wait for sale, and don't bother, this is unfortunately a wait for sale. While it is a great game, it is not a $60 game here. At least for this guy right here. You know, I'm sure there are plenty of people that did buy it for $60, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. But for somebody who's maybe a little bit hesitant to jump into the series, definitely recommend playing the first two games before you jump into this. This is definitely not necessarily the best way to jump into the series, especially if you're new to being on PS4. But it is still a fun game regardless, and it's still kind of a very almost niche title in the sense because it's very Japanese and it's very Japanese overtones to it. So you may not necessarily understand a lot of those unless you've played the first games or have some knowledge of Japanese culture. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it this review. Thank you again for watching. You know, leave a comment below telling us what you want to see in the next Quick Time review. And as always, this is Andrew. Peace.